being a software career aspirant, what is your prime objective? No doubt, it is your bright first software job. Bright first software job. In this context, the term bright, you should understand properly. Not only good first salary. Actually, you have to focus on scope of learning. Suppose in a company, in a particular company, the initial salary may be little low, but the scope of learning new technology is very high. In such case, if you choose that company, that scope of learning, then it greatly contributes for your future growth. That point you have to understand. Based on this trade-off, you have to select what is bright, you have to decide and go. Not only first salary, that point you have to understand. Okay, regarding first job, many of you do not know the facts because you are influenced by many institutions, advertisements, etc. and all that. That's why I would like to reveal certain facts to you. First understand them before you plan out your strategy. Okay, first job. First software job is very important. Not only first job, not only software job, any job. First job has a tremendous impact on the entire career. That point you have to understand. So it is like a first impression is the best impression. So if you get a bright first software job, its a contribution is tremendous. That point you have to understand. Second one is what you have to understand. What software companies are expecting from freshers. Actually, software companies are expecting industry-ready programmers. Industry-ready programmers means those candidates are ready to take up any work, whatever job task the employer interested. But university colleges cannot produce industry-ready programmers. That point you have to understand. But in this context, one very important point is every software company first impart customized training to all fresher recruitees, underline fresher recruitees. Whatever jobs they take up, whatever technologies they implement and all that, on that they impart training. Without giving training and all that, no fresher is interested in a job. That point you have to understand. That's why you need not become industry ready programmer. Fortunately, if you become industry ready programmer, it is very good. Or otherwise, don't worry about that. Actually, in order to get or derive the maximum benefit out of that training, what company is imparting, you must have core knowledge of the language. What is core knowledge? Means you should have command over core Java, core Python, core C, etc. and all that. Little later, after a minute, I will explain about them very detailedly. What is core? What is advanced? I will explain after a minute. So, if you are zero also in programming, if you are not relating to programming field also, no worry about it. And if you study core part of the languages, just 100 days time is enough, more than enough. And at the same time, there are international certifications on the core part of the languages that you can get. Suppose core Java. On core Java, there is a very famous international certification, industry recognized international certification, that is OCAJP, Oracle Certified Associate Java Programmer. If you have that certification, you will be definitely one among thousands. For 10,000 students also, you cannot find one person having international certification. It is not so great. While studying core Java only, according to my system, you can prepare for OCAJP certification within 100 days. You master core Java, at the same time you can secure the OCAJP certification, then your position will be unique and you will be edge over all your competing peers. That point you have to understand. Little later, I will detailedly explain on this point. Okay, so you have to prepare the core parts of the language. That point you have to understand. Once you are good at it, whatever training and whatever technology the company imparts, you can grasp it well. 100% you can grasp, and you will be elevated as better than other trainees and all that. So industry will recognize you. You get the first impression of the industry, of your company. That point you have to understand. So what is required? You should be evolved as training ready programmer. This is my word. I created this word, not industry ready programmer. If you are a fresher recruiting, you should be a trainer ready programmer. In order to evolve a trainer ready programmer and all that, you master one or more core parts of the language. Next, for evolving as a TRP, training ready programmer, 100 days. If you are able to study 5 hours a day, 5 hours, I am not expecting much and all that. So 105, 500 hours maximum enough. You master not one, if you want to 2 or 3 also, you can master, and you can get corresponding international certification. Then you will be unique. Who can compete with you? That position, just 100 days. For your sake of your graduation, you are spending 4 or 5 years time. For this purpose, just 100 days time is enough. That type of system I have developed. This is a programming paradise that I am presenting to you for your prosperity. In order to secure a bright first software job, you must be evolved as TRP, training ready programmer. That is enough. You need not bother about advanced technologies and all that. Without having core knowledge, if you study any advanced technologies and all that, you may do some applications, but you never get command over that. Your journey will be like a blind person's walk. Why I call it a blind person's walk means blind person every day reaches certain destinations, but he never have confidence. Always he is having some doubt that he is committing some mistake and all that. That's why core is very important. Actually, nobody talks about core, but core is there, but nobody talks about that. That's why I am giving a clear explanation here. Watch this clearly, then you can understand what to do, what not to do. Okay. Actually, logically, I am going to explain with reference to core Java. Actually, you know that core Java, if you compare that, is like a tree. Actually, obviously, you know that every tree is having branches, sub-branches, etc. and all that. Logically, you compare Java as a tree. Now, this is core Java. Core Java, actually, Java developers named certain part is core Java. That is core is the trunk of the tree. In order to actually where fruits are there, fruits are here. In order to pluck the fruits and all that, you must climb here. So in order to reach here, first you climb on the trunk. You cannot avoid that. This is core Java, and these are different technologies. Actually, Java supports more than 10 technology, 10 plus technologies it supports, like embedded applications, Android applications, gaming applications, scientific applications, cloud applications, business applications, etc. and all that. 10 plus, little later I am going to explain them in detail. 10 plus technologies it supports. So, in order to learn any of the technology, learn and master, I am talking about mastery, then first you have to reach here. Thereafter, you can reach any of the branches, 1 or 2 branches you can choose. Then you can easily understand. What mistake many students are doing is, without having command, and they start learning some technologies like Android technology and all that. Without having command or core Java, if you go for Android technologies, now you never get command over that. The same principle is applicable to all of the technologies. That point you have to understand. And one more analogy I tell you. This core Java, around 200 plus concepts are there. 200 to 300 concepts are there in this. Actually, climbing a trunk is difficult because you have to vertically crawl. Compare if you go to technologies, those are horizontal or semi-horizontal. That's why crawling on branches is easy comparatively with this. That point also, it is 100% applicable. That point you have to understand. But once you reach here, then you can reach any of the branches and get the fruits. Okay, this is the first basic point. Thereafter, let us come to another technology, another language, that is Python. Actually, Python developers never talk about core Python, but whether they, because of their strategic reasons, they never named some part of the language as core Python. Here also, the same way branches are there. So in order to reach any branch and all that, get the fruits, then first you have to complete core Python. Here also 200 plus concepts are there. Compared with the core Java, you can find the core Python concepts are simpler and lesser also. Okay. Now here also it supports 10 plus technologies like programming language development, OS development, video games, data science, machine learning, artificial intelligence, etc., etc. And a little later I am going to explain all the technologies. So first we have to complete. Cleverly, Python developers never talk about core Python. Whether they talked about core Python or not, it is there. If you talk about a tree, trunk is obviously it is there. If you don't talk about trunk also, trunk is there. That fact you have to understand. Thereafter, let's come to C. Actually, C. Many college goers, according to me, they tell C is the outdated language. Outdated language. But if you inquire with any professional, they never say that. It's a wonderful evergreen language. As long as programming is there in the world, C language will be there. Such a wonderful language. Earlier, all world universities are imparting training for C as the first language, first programming language. However, it is having, whether you recognize or not, it is having its importance. Actually, if you want to become a real programmer, you must start with C. But nowadays college goers are not able to believe that. That's why I am not promoting it all that. But one thing, if you learn C first, then your stature will be different. If you want to master any other language, then it will be C. It will be 50% easier. That point you have to understand. However, this is also supports many technologies, and its great feature is core C. Whether it is there or not, I call it as a core C. And it is a middle level language. These are high level languages. The power of C is it is middle level language. That means it supports high level applications as well as low level applications. That means you can develop compilers, etc., low level applications, and you can develop business applications also. That's why it is having a multi potential language and versatile language. So these facts you must understand. So for your first job, this is enough. Actually, one of the language is enough for you to get first job. But if you are enthusiastic, all three also you can learn. Actually, for learning one language and getting certification, if you require 100 days time according to my formula, means 100 into 500 hours. In order to learn three, you may require 150 to 200 hours only, 200 days only. That point. If you are interested, I don't want to distract you. If you have real interest, and write to me. For them, I can provide an alternative way, and you can follow that. But simple example in this context, I tell you. First time you are learning car driving, and any car you learn. Once you are good at car driving, any other vehicle, you want to drive any other brand car, bus, van, truck, even road roller also you can drive. First car driving first time may be little difficult. It takes some time. Thereafter, once you are really good at car driving, thereafter any car or any vehicle, simply a car, any vehicle you can drive with a little practice, little modifications and all that changes you have to understand. In that way, first language, learning first language is core. And you should get mastery over that. Not for college examination or some interview. You master it. Thereafter, any language, learning any language is more than 50% easier. That point you have to understand. If you are really interested, then I give you a special material on that, a special strategy for that. You can follow suit. Being a software career aspirant, you must have perfect knowledge over the structure of prime programming languages. This is the essential prerequisite knowledge for every software career aspirant. Here I am going to explain the structure of Java language and Python language. Just understand this. I have given this tree picture. By that you can clearly understand that. Now you see that this is Java tree, and the trunk part is core Java that I already explained to you. Now it supports 10 plus technologies. All those are branches. Now we see embedded applications, enterprise applications, Android applications, distributed applications, desktop applications, big data, scientific applications, cloud applications, business applications, databases, gaming applications. Actually, any of these applications, any of the technologies promises you a good job, but it is slightly variant. Some jobs are promise you better, good salary and all that. However, if you want a job and all that, any of the technologies provides a good job, no doubt about that. Now I explain the clear structure of Python language. As I told you already, it is having a tree structure. The trunk of the tree is core Python. As I told you already, Python developers never named certain part as core Python. Whether they named it or not, core Python is there. Around 200 plus concepts are there. And first you have to study in order to master any of the technologies. Now let us see the technologies. Now once you learn core Python, any of the technologies you can handle. OS development, program language development, business applications, video games, GUI applications, 3D images, embedded systems, web and internet applications, artificial intelligence, machine learning, and data science. These are the 10 plus technologies supports and all that. Essential prerequisite is first get command over core Python, just a matter of 1 month. Thereafter, any of the technologies you can take and master. One thing I am telling you, 100 days, if you are able to study daily 5 hours on average basis, 100 days are enough. But the essential prerequisite is the core part. You must master core part. Thereafter, you have to choose any of the technologies. As I told you already, if you are a software career aspirant, you should be evolved as TRP, Training Ready Program. That is enough. Just believe me. For that purpose, you need not study tens of technologies and all that. Even if you study also, you cannot master over that. So, what you have to study? The core part of the language, and that already in detail I explained. For this purpose, in order to evolve as a TRP, Training Ready Programmer, we have developed only 5 programs, 5 online training programs and all that. You can choose one of them according to your choice. Okay. Before explaining about those 5 training programs, now I explain the unique features what we incorporated in the 5 training program that you must know. These are all unique, not just a term. It's totally unique. You may not find these features anywhere else. Okay. The first one is all these programs are developed as a career-oriented and CareerSURE finishing program. Career aspect, what industry is expecting I know, and what you require, that I am imparting through the training program. These are finishing training program. What is finishing? Actually, you should be college oriented studies are different. You should be properly finished. Actually, for example, a raw diamond is there. Raw diamond, until unless it is properly finished, people cannot identify it is a diamond, and they cannot give any value to that. They may feel it is a glass stone. That's why a raw diamond is to be finished to get valuation. In the same way, a college student should be properly finished to be evaluated as a training ready programmer. That type of exactly 100% that type of training only we are providing. The second one is the most important. Actually, everybody, regardless of their programming background and all that, their qualification background also, they expect software car. Nothing wrong in that. This is for anybody. That's why I have developed this universal system. 0 to expert model. We developed this one as a 0 to expert model. We don't expect any knowledge. If you have any half knowledge and all that, it does not contribute anything, and one way it is negative also. So, like car driving only. Actually, from 0 to expert. So, we have to start from 0 until you become an expert. Expert means what industry is expecting from you, that we are giving. So you don't bother about background. Actually, we are providing you complete and totally doubt free. If you want to get a doubt, you have to make a research. This is an open challenge I am giving to the entire world. You never get. Why you don't get any doubt? Because in this system, I incorporated my learning process. My learning process and your learning process is one and same. If I am so intelligent and all that, then my learning process is this, your learning process is this. They never be matched. I am not intelligent at all. I have ample common sense. I am a manager. That's why I provide you exact zero-based, zero to expert system and complete thing I am going to provide. And by that, every day is a successful day. Every day, at the end of the day, if you analyze, you can find something that you learned on the particular day. Every day is a successful day. That point you have to understand. Third, the great one is actually all the training programs are provided through web series. Next lecture, I am going to explain about web series. And now I give you a briefing. Actually, web series belong to entertainment field. For the first time, I introduced developed web series for programming studies. You can derive number of benefits out of this, and first and foremost one is first hour onwards, you start writing programs. While right through writing programs, you learn and master programming language. Analogically, it is like how you learn car driving. Right through driving a car, you learn car driving. Here, through web series, the procedure is right through writing program from the day one, you learn and master programming. That is the practically you can experience. 1 hour you study, by that what is our technique you can understand. In this, another great advantage is you need not read theory or need not by heart theory at all. All concepts are understood practically. So, and many more advantages are there. In the next video, I am going to explain about that. That is the wonderful model, and within a short span of time, with a customized time plan, study plan, you can complete that. So that is the third feature. Fourth feature is actually these programming studies and all that you should not make it long duration. It should be compact. That's why just I am offering you 100 days program. 100 days program, that is enough to become a TRP, training ready programmer. 100 days period is enough, provided you work 5 hours a day. Just morning 2 hours, night 3 hours. Like that you plan, then you can complete. You never get out whatever you require and all that, everything that we provide. We monitor your progress. If you are interested, or monitor your progress also. Weekly you get a report. That type of many things are there. Little later I am going to explain to you. And one more feature nobody can offer is, actually I am talking so much about my system and all that. Actually many people are talking, everybody doing the same thing only. That's why you may not believe that. But you need not take any risk. I am giving you a risk-free offer. For this purpose, for all the 5 courses, I am giving you a minimum 5-hour training module in the name of Feel Good Web Series. 5 hours training module I am giving to you freely, just to study that. Daily one training session of 1 hour, you prepare, you study and prepare. Within 5 days, you can complete. It may be C language, Java or Python or other programs also. Within 5 days, you will be in a position to write 5 projects on your own. Otherwise, you ask some of your friend who completed these courses, give the same assignments, just to see whether I don't talk anything, whether they can perform or not. Just within 5 hours, you can write 5 projects in one of these languages. Okay, and it gives you another benefit. I am talking so much about my system. You need not believe that. And whatever may be greatness of our system, your compatibility is very important. So you can have a compatibility test, whether you are suitable to our system and strategies and all that. You can test on your own, and if you realize that this is good, then after you succeed, then follow suit. Otherwise there is no risk at all. At least you can understand how the programming studies are on your own. Hi friends, in order to empower you to evolve as a training ready programmer, TRPs, we have developed only 5 training programs. Now I explain about them. The first one is placement and certification training for 3 languages, Python, Java and C. You can choose one of them. And all these are provided through web series. And I am going to explain about web series technology in the next video. Only 2 features I can tell you. From the day 1 onwards, today if you start learning Python, Java or C, today itself you start writing projects. While writing programs and projects only learn and master programming. Second one is you need not read concepts, need not read or by heart concepts. Simply by developing program, you understand each and every concept, underlying concept, and own them. This is for 3, Python, Java and C. The second one is UPI CareerSURE 120 program, a totally unique in the world. It is my brainchild. Many non-engineering graduates of arts, science, commerce, management, etc. and all that aspire to get software job, and they feel that it is impossible for them. Actually, it is possible. I made it possible. For that purpose, UPI CareerSURE 120. UPI means Unified Programming Interface. For that, they have to study a set of subjects. All that I unified as one course. That's why Unified Programming Interface that I am going to provide. CareerSURE 120. 120 hours of program. 120 hours of program. If you want to complete within 60 days, you can complete. But what I suggest is 100 days or maximum 120 days. Daily 1 training session you study and practice, then you can complete that. I will see that I create a platform for you and all that, you are automatically placed. And regarding this, I have given a complete explanation. You can go to our website www.eclaviauniversity.com, and not only this, for every course I have given a video. First watch that, then realize that whether it is compatible to you or not. Along with that, as I told you already, I am providing you free module, 5 hours free module to you in the name of Feel Good Web Series. Okay, the third one is pass guarantee training, 100% pass guarantee training for the international certification OCAJP, Oracle Certified Associate Java Programmer. It is based on core Java. We give 100% pass guarantee. Nobody can give that pass guarantee. A simple course. It is having 15 chapters, and weekly, 1 week, 1 chapter you prepare. 1 chapter. For that, what is required? Everything we are going to provide. 1 week, 1 chapter. Is it a great thing for you? And within 100 days you can complete. Once you get OCAJP certification, you will be in a position to choose your job, choose your employer, because you will be edge over all your competing peers. No doubt about that. Because out of 10,000, one person, one university graduate may have this certification. Your position is unique. Not only having certification as a testimonial, and you will be in a position to face any job-oriented exam or interview. You just feel like a fun to face an interview, because you know everything. Because of preparation of the certification exam, you master every bit of the language. There is no choice in that. Everything, every bit you study. That type of training we are going to provide. If you earmark 100 days, weekly 1 chapter, not a great thing and all that, you can prepare, then you will be 100% ready for that. Okay, these are only 5 training programs we are going to provide. Why more? Why more? Just tell me. 100 daily, 5 hours average, 100 days. That's it. 500 hours is enough to be evolved as a training ready programmer. And some more training, special training programs are there. Actually, my mother tongue is Telugu, and I developed several books in Telugu language also. Here, Python training I am providing through web series and all that. Here, several techniques I have developed, and I developed a hybrid medium. Hybrid medium means actually not only Telugu, I give instruction in hybrid medium, Telugu and English also. So by the completion of your Python, you get command over English medium also. One thing I am telling you, even if it is bitter also, whatever may be your command, over Python language or some other language, if you don't have command over English medium, it is very difficult for you to get a job. That's why parallelly, without your knowledge, you can get a command over English medium. For that, several techniques I have developed and all that. You watch the corresponding video on our homepage, then you can understand and realize what we are doing unique. And one more thing, in the beginning itself, I tell you, I provide you, you need not believe me blindly. I provide you live proof. Live proof. Whether you have a programming background or not, I am providing you one-day wonder workshops. One-day wonder workshops for Python, Java and C in English, and Python for Telugu also. I am providing to you. One day means don't take as 24 hours. Just attend this workshop of 6 hours. It is divided into two training sessions of 3 hours each. Just attend that and have a laptop, and I tell you the prerequisites, and you need not have any background and all that. On the very day you write 10 programs on your own formally like a professional. This is a open challenge. You cannot find this type of dimension anywhere in the web world or programming studies. That I am telling you. For this nominally I am charging. That is 200 rupees only I am charging just to try. This is the live proof. Nobody can offer. I am the only person who can offer this. That it is not a blind person's work. You understand every concept, and with your wisdom and intellect you write these programs like a professional, no doubt about that. These are our 5 programs and special programs also. Hi friends, so far I have explained what is required to get a bright software job. What is required? I took more than 30 minutes time and all that, because you do not know these facts. Many of you do not know these facts. That's why first you should know what you require to get a bright software job. Even time is not an issue. Without time I cannot explain all those things. And after that, okay, if you realize my statements are correct, if you are convinced with that, the next step, how to achieve that. That is the second one. So in the next video, around 20 minutes, I do not know, around 20 minutes, I am going to explain you the system, right strategy and right support, what we provide to you to evolve as a training ready programmer for your bright first software job. So if you are convinced with that, then watch the next video. With that, you can have 100% clear roadmap, no doubt about that. Then you can start your course of action. Only one thing I am telling you, if you are committed for this and all that, then only you can complete that. Otherwise, for lazy people, programming studies will not do. They may get a job, but they cannot prosper in that field. So for lazy people, programming will not do. That you underline and keep it. Okay. And one more thing, for all these courses, you need not consult me. All the details are given in our website, in the home page itself, all the explanations about all the courses. And you can directly join, no enrollment also, because some of you are hesitant to enroll your name. I don't know the reason. So you need not enroll for the course. You can directly join the course. And 5 hours, feel good web series you can study. Within 5 days, daily one training session you complete. At the end of that, I promise you, you will write 5 projects formally like a professional on your own. Thereafter, you decide your course of action and follow suit.